Now I'm opening the window for questions. If you guys have any questions, put those questions right here. I'm going to answer them right now. Drop your questions in the chat box. I've opened my chat box. Drop your questions. I'm going to answer them. Don't be shy. You can text me in the private mode as well if you don't want to see others to see your questions. Any question from anyone? There are a lot of questions generally. No one has any questions? Okay, so from Prashant Chandel, sir, how to purify our intelligence? That's a very good question, Prashant. So let me tell you once again that what is a purified intelligence? A purified intelligence is that which is free from doubts, right? It knows what is profitable and what is not, right? इंटेलिजेंस को हम हिंदी में बुद्धि कहते हैं, राइट? तो बुद्धि क्या होती है? जो आपको सही और गलत का फर्क बताती है कि ये काम करूंगा तो मुझे प्रॉफिट होगा, ये काम करूंगा तो मुझे लॉस होगा. ये करना आ जाए तो you should think that your intelligence is already purified. Now, how to enhance this purification is what I have shared with you. Start reading. Read, because when the seeds of those thoughts will enter your mind, the transformation will start happening over there, right? And there is where the purification of your intelligence will begin. And remember, Prashant, it is a process. Once again, I'm telling you, it is a process. It's not one day thing. You will have to be consistent, but you will see the difference and you can thank me later. It's a guarantee from my end. Thank you. Moving on. Shivangi has a question. Sir, I do read a lot. Can you please suggest books to enhance entrepreneurship skills? So Shivangi, entrepreneurship is all about leadership. When I'm telling you about entrepreneurship, you can do multiple courses or do whatever it feels like. But if you want to read something about the business and how to achieve that, self-mastery, because when it comes to being an entrepreneur, it's all about leadership. It's all about the grit you have, right? So start reading books by Robin Sharma. He has written many books on that. I can suggest you read his book, The Leader Who Had No Title, read The 5 a.m. Club, and you can also read The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. It's one of my personal recommendations, right? Anyone else? Questions, please? Swastika has a question. Sir, I try to read Bhagavad Gita, but I can't connect myself with the book. Sir, it contradicts the law of attraction. Okay. So Swastika, what is law of attraction? What is this law of attraction? That's a very interesting question you asked me. Can you just brief it in a single line in the chat box? I would like to know your point of view on the law of attraction. Once you do it, so that I can tell you that that is not making sense to you while you read Bhagavad Gita. So basically what we want constantly, and we try it for one day, we absolutely get it. Okay, sir. Okay, so Swastika, when you try to achieve something, let's say you have a goal in your mind, right? Let's say there's a goal in your mind that you want to be as healthy as possible in 2021. Now, where the journey begins of this thing? First, the thought enters your mind. Because of a past experience, a good thought has entered your mind that you want to be healthy. That is a goal statement for 2021, and that thought has entered. Now you keep thinking about it. Keep thinking about being healthy. Will you become healthy by thinking? Just tell me. Yes or no? No, obviously no. You'll have to work in order to achieve that health. And that is what Bhagavad Gita is preaching. Karma karo, right? That is what it is written. You mind your actions, and the results will be a natural outcome. It is not contradicting, but it is telling you how to take benefit from the law of attraction. It is making the law of attraction more beneficial to you. You are already doing the mental work. Law of attraction works on mind, on the concept of mind. Think, 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 and you will achieve. But along with thought, you also need to convert those thoughts into action, right? I am thinking I want to win a 100-meter race. Will I win the race just by thinking? I need to run, right? When my actions will be in tune with my emotions and my mental setup, that's when I'll start getting results. It is not contradicting law of attraction. It is just asking you to do your work. And if you're doing it with the law of attraction, it's like cherry on the cake. You're definitely going to get it. Right? Because as Swami Vivekananda once said, it's a very powerful quote that I've always remembered. I'd like to repeat it here. When the mind is intensely eager, everything can be accomplished. Mountains can be crumbled into atoms. Right? So there is my answer to you, Swastika. Read Bhagavad Gita, but don't read it from the perspective of religion. Read it from the perspective of personal mastery. If you want to be the master of your own personality, start reading it. You don't understand it in Hindi, try to read it in English, right? It's available in both the languages. So are your doubts clarified now, Swastika? Thank you. Thank you, Swastika. So Prashant is asking me, sir, I want to be consistent, but I can't. Now everyone is asking me questions. Okay, so I'll be answering them one by one. So Prashant has just asked me something. Let me answer Prashant's question and then I'll be moving on to you. So, sir, I want to be consistent, but I can't. Can you please tell me what should I do? Prashant, what is consistency? What is consistency? Can you answer me? Consistency is simple, that you are doing something, you want to continue doing it. That is it. Right. First, you want to do something and then you want to be consistent. What is important in order to be consistent is you have to have a desire of being consistent first. And the thing which you are doing, let's say you have to develop a reading habit, right? And you want to be consistent in that. You cannot be consistent unless and until you have that desire within you. You need to have that desire that I want to read. Once the desire comes in, consistency is a natural byproduct. Right? What happens? I take this phone, I charge it every day, right? I charge it, I plug it into the source of power and I charge it. But what happens? Over the time, its battery goes down. I have to charge it again from the source of power. So in order to remain motivated and consistent, you have to be constantly connected with your source of inspiration. You take inspiration, you convert it into motivation. That is how things work. People ask me that, okay, I'm motivated, but the motivation ends after some time. Right? It happens with all of us. We are motivated with something and then it ends. Why does it end? Because we have, disconnected ourselves with the sources of inspiration. You go on YouTube, watch a video, feel motivated. You are attending my session over here. You are feeling motivated. After half an hour, it will be all gone. Why? Because you have just disconnected with the source of inspiration. In order to remain consistent and motivated, it is very important for you to remain connected, if not always, at regular intervals of time with your sources of inspiration, with the things that motivates you. If you have some passion, you can do that. If you have like a hobby, you can pursue that. Anything that makes you feel happy, do that. And motivation will be a natural byproduct, and consistency comes along with it. Right? With the desire to do something. You develop a desire, consistency and motivation will be a natural byproduct. Okay. So next thing I have is, sir, how to overcome the fear of stage speaking? Jasmeet Kaur. Jasmeet, the fear of stage speaking can only be overcome by speaking on stage. Right? You have to try at first. It's a fear. Fear is what? What is fear? It is an imaginary thought in our mind which does not exist. We are thinking of something that might happen. It has not happened, but we think it might happen if we do this, right? It's a byproduct of your imagination. Remember one thing: when you walk onto the stage, just remember this thing, that the people sitting in front of you are not, you are not their center of attraction. They are your center of attraction. With this thought of mind, when you speak in front of someone, the fear will go away on its own. And obviously, when you're speaking, you need some content, you need some topic, so that you can, go on. But to overcome fear is to face it. That is the only way you can do it. There's no other way. You want to overcome the fear of stage speaking. So once you move on to stage, once, twice, thrice, it goes away. It is only that we are fearing to take the very first step. You take the first step, fear is nowhere. It's gone. So that is my answer to you, Jasmeet. Smriti has a question, sir, how to solve anger issues and how to concentrate on one work? I tried many times to control myself in anger, but I can't. Same in concentration. I am not able to concentrate properly. Smriti, concentration, what is concentration? Concentration, you take a magnifying glass, right? Take a magnifying glass and take a matchstick. You point that magnifying glass towards the sun and take that and point that light towards the matchstick. When you take that magnifying glass, the rays of sun are scattered in the entire universe, but you bring that entire sun down just with the help of small glass and focus those rays of light to that matchstick, and it burns, it lights up. That is the power of concentration. That is the power of focus. What is focus and concentration? It is the ability to bend the tendencies of your mind to one particular task, right? The duration of it may vary from person to person depending on your personal habits. It largely depends on what habits you are, into. If you are using a lot of, digital gadgets, lot of smartphone, you are just continuously on your phone all the time, then this is a very ever growing problem nowadays. I'm not preaching that don't stop using your smartphones, but establish a regulation, right? Regulator hota hai na har cheez ke saath mein. You have to regulate everything. And how to solve your anger issues? Smriti, you do a SWOT analysis once again. How to do your SWOT analysis? You think of things that are making you angry. What is the time that, what are the instances when you become angry, right? ऐसा क्या है जो आपको बार बार गुस्सा दिला देता है? Is that a particular thing, or maybe it is just that you're getting angry on everything? If you're getting angry on everything, then it is time you think and contemplate that why are you getting angry? Maybe if your desire is not getting fulfilled, right? Maybe that can be an issue. And concentration is focus is a process of practice. You need to practice and it will come on your own. So which book you recommend? Shubh Bhatia. Shubh, I have recommended 3 books to Shivangi for entrepreneurship, which were I recommended Robin Sharma's book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, The 5 AM Club, The Leader Who Had No Title, right? I'll be sharing my contact details with all of you, so you can email me and I'll be replying to your emails, separately if you have any questions. So moving on to Smriti Omar, how to build confidence. Smriti, once again, how to build confidence, how you will build confidence. At the beginning of the session, I said, once you have clarity, confidence is a natural byproduct. You want to build confidence in public speaking, you want to build confidence on the stage speaking, you want to build confidence among, it can be very simple while asking a question in the class or maybe speaking on a stage. The confidence is same. It's all about taking that one particular step, Smriti. That is it. You'll have to give up those thoughts in your mind that are stopping you from achieving what you want to, right? That is it, what you want to do. You think, you gain clarity, develop clarity about your personality. To everyone, I have 14 participants left in this session. And I think those are the filtered ones, the best of the best. I'm telling each and every one of you, among you 14, even if one of you has taken away something from this session that is going to benefit you and make you better from what you are now, right now, you become something better after this, I will personally think that I have done a wonderful job today, because that is what makes me happy, right? Even if one thing benefits you from what all I have shared today, I will think that this session was a perfect success. That is what I want to convey. Any else question? We still have time left. It's 12 o'clock. The session is still 12:30. I'm here to answer your questions. Any question that comes to your mind? See, these questions are a proof that you people have those questions, have those weaknesses within you, but you people are too ignorant to, deal with it. And when the time comes, we all run away from the situations because we are, too scared to deal with those situations. It's all about the more clear you are to yourself, about yourself, the more confidently you can project yourself to others. If I'm speaking right now in front of people, sitting here comfortably, confidently sharing my knowledge, it's only because I have done the work required for me to do this job. Right? I have done that preparation. Okay, we have no more questions now. Okay, so Harshit Yadav has asked, sir, how to avoid distraction and remembering the things exactly? So Harshit, first of all, you figure out what is distracting you, right? Then you do a profit and loss analysis. Profit and loss analysis kya hota hai? You see, by getting distracted, are you achieving something profitable out of it? Or is it, taking away things from you, or giving you something, you making loss to you? So let me share something that I do personally before doing anything, or if I'm getting distracted. Okay, like I'm getting distracted by something. I ask these questions, 4 questions, before taking any decision or before doing something. See, when you do something, 4 तरीके के फायदे होते हैं. 4 profits: physical, mental, financial and material, and spiritual. ये 4 फायदे होते हैं हमें कोई भी काम करने के, right? So when I do something, or if anything is distracting me, I ask myself, is it giving me something that is, beneficial to my health? The answer is no. No. Is it giving me something that is beneficial to my mind? No. Is it giving something that is financially or materially beneficial to me? No. Or is it giving me something that is, beneficial to me spiritually? No. If the answer is no to all these 4 questions, don't do that thing. Because these are the basic core 4 benefits of your life. Nothing is out of it. Everything lies within it. Right? Ask yourself these 4 questions. If these 4 questions, you have 3 yes, 1 no, very good. Proceed with it. You have 2 yes, 2 no, it's up to you. It's a 50-50 thing. Right? And it's a 4 no, don't do it. That is how you control your addictions, Prashant. That is how you control your distraction. Start using your smartphones less. I'm telling you, because it's what should I say? It's affecting our attention spans in such a bad manner. I cannot even tell you. Our average attention span has reduced to 6 seconds now. We cannot focus on a particular thing for more than 6 seconds, and we call ourselves humans. The attention span of a goldfish is more than that of us. It's 8 seconds. We have an attention span, sorry, it's 9 seconds, and we have an attention span of 6 seconds. What sort of people are we becoming? Right? We need to think. Using smartphone, watching YouTube videos, like it's a question from Prashant that how to abstain our addiction like using phone. Ask those 4 questions, Prashant. If the answer is no, don't proceed with it. If just for once, if you don't proceed with it, the cycle will begin. The next time also you won't proceed with it. The third time also you won't proceed with it. Delay it. You watch a YouTube video, just ask yourself, is it worth investing my time enough, or is it giving something that is beneficial to my personal or professional life? If it's not, why are you watching it? Just for the sake of entertainment. I'm not saying entertainment is bad, but there has to, there has to be a regulation on everything that you do. Ati har cheez ki kharab. We have heard it multiple times. So moving on to the next question, taking risk is good step for achievement of my goal. Obviously, Asim, what is risk? There's nothing as risk. It is just a try that you are doing. You're not losing anything. What are you losing if you're taking a step for your achievement? Until and unless money is involved, what else will you lose? If you try to achieve something, what else will you lose? Nothing. Rest, everything is just a mental block in your head. Whatever is happening, the entire world is happening in your head. Nothing is outside. You close your eyes, the world is blank. You see nothing. You're not even sure if something is present over there or not. The entire world is happening in your head. Nothing is outside of it. And risk is just a mental block which is stopping you from achieving what you already want to achieve. So it's a very good thing if you have that ability to take risk. If you have that ability, to move ahead, Asim, it's a very good thing. Take that risk, take that first step, take that leap of faith and move, and results will be a natural outcome. 90% of problems are, just mental block. That is it. Physical are very less. People are having distraction issues. People are having confidence issues. People are having issues with remembering things. You people are having so much of issues in such a tender age. But you need to draw a line that till where you want to give it freedom. So Asim, what if you fail after the risk? If you fail after the risk, I think congratulations. If you have failed, at least you have tried, right? You have tried, and that is the best thing. You have learned now how not to fail again. And without trying, you wouldn't have even known. What do you think? I've not failed in my life. I've failed multiple times at multiple things. Everyone has failed at their life in something or the other. Failure is what? It is just that you wanted to achieve something and you could not at the first go. That is it. Life does not end there. You are still breathing. You are still seeing this world. You can try again. You're a walking piece of life yourself. Do things end over there? I've answered my question. I've answered your question. Don't be afraid of failing. I think that is the best gift that you can get in your life. Nothing is better than that. And I embrace failures. It gives me a certain kick when I fail at something, because it makes me think once again, okay, where was I wrong? Right? Any more questions? What if I fail after the risk? After failure, I get demotivated easily. Okay, that's perfectly fine, Asim. You get demotivated for how long? 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. You are normal on the fourth one. Pick up the pieces back. Think again. What did you do wrong? What did you do wrong? Maybe some things didn't went wrong, or maybe we have not developed that particular potential or capacity within ourselves to achieve that particular thing. Because whatever we achieve in our life is directly proportional to the capacity we have in ourselves. Nothing out of that, right? Get demotivated, that's perfectly fine. On the fourth day, third day, you'll be normal. Get back up. Learn from a lion. He never looks back. He always looks straight. We all have to look, we all have to live like a lion in life. Not from how we look, from here, from heart. You live strong by your heart. That is my answer. Anyone else? Okay, I guess everyone has asked their set of questions now, so we can move ahead. Okay, so what is the outcome of this self-reflection? Okay, I have one more chat. Okay, Asim, thank you, Asim, thank you. That's perfectly fine. If you fail, that does not matter. Outcome. So what is the outcome of this self-reflection thing? What will happen? You will achieve presence. You know what? And what is presence? Presence is the unity of your mind, body, and actions. What you think, what you speak, and what you do. When all those things unite, you achieve presence, right? And that is what great leaders have within them. We have a full-fledged course on what presence is, what this all we have multiple courses on, how to handle your interview fears, how to handle this stage fright, how to handle multiple challenging situations in life. We have full-fledged courses. You can contact us. I'm always there to help you people out, right? So you will achieve presence, and presence is altogether a different mind-blowing concept, guys. Mind-blowing concept. You want to learn about it? Here are my contact details. You can contact us. So this is my contact detail. Sagar Kapoor, resource person, learning and development department. This is my mobile number and email ID. If you have any questions, email me, and at this particular email ID, I'll be answering to you as earliest as possible, right? You can follow us on Instagram at humanors.youth.club, where I post content regularly for related to interviews, business, corporates, confidence, everything that is related to personal development. So this is the contact detail. You can contact us, take a screenshot of it, right? And these are all our different verticals of Humanors. We have HYC, which is the Humanors Youth Club, which I am handling particularly personally. Then we have the Humanors itself. Then we have Humanors Helping Hands, which is a vertical to help the needy, right? And there is the website humanors.in. If you want to book a training session, a corporate training session, or a personal training session, you can book it from there. And as I've shared my personal details, you can WhatsApp me. This is the same as my WhatsApp number, and you have the email ID. Use it if you want to ask any question. And do follow us on Instagram right now. Open your Instagrams and follow us. Thank you so much, guys. This is where the session ends for today, right? And any questions pertaining to anything that is troubling you within your heads, please do write to me, WhatsApp me, or email me. I'll be answering to your questions as early as possible. You can come to me, meet me. We can have a one-on-one detailed discussion on your personality problems, and we can arrive at a particular solution to make the best and the better version of yourself, so that you can live the highest version of your greatest vision, right? Thank you so much once again for joining me in. Thank you. It was splendid. You guys were so attentive. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Shivangi. Thank you, Shivani. Thank you, Jasmeet. Thank you. Thank you, Swastika. Thank you, Harshit, Smriti. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much. I'm very humbled. Thank you. Thank you, Asim. Thank you, Piyush. Thank you. Thank you, Shriya. Thank you, Soumya. Thank you so much, guys. The session was wonderful. And please, please, please don't forget what I've told you people today. Start working on yourself. This is the best time, because by the time you come in your second year, I'm telling you, you'll be into great trouble if you've not worked on yourself. And this is not just for your profession, it is for your personal life as well. Live a life of integrity. Why to be mediocre when you can be excellent, right? Thank you. With this, I'll be signing off now. Once again, thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.